Hey, good morning everyone. It's Teri and I'm back this morning to share with you some quick fix breakfast tricks. That's a tongue twister. How to start your day a healthy way. That's a little bit easier to say. Well, most of us have heard the saying that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And it's true. If you've ever thought about it, we're going 8, 10, maybe 12 hours without fueling our brains, our muscles, and our bodies. And after that, they really need something. It's kind of like a car. You're not going to get on the road without putting gas in the tank. And our bodies are no different. They need fuel in order to function all day. But the problem is, most people aren't putting fuel in their body, and they've got all kinds of excuses. It's, I'm too busy, I'm running around, I'm on the road, or the worst one is, I don't even know what to eat. So this morning I'm going to take away all excuses, and I'm going to share with you some really simple tips on how you can create 5 healthy meals that are easy, they're quick, they're nutritious, and they are delicious. So before I get started though, I don't even know what to eat. I'm going to answer that question. There's 3 things that you need to put into every meal. Protein, complex carbohydrates, and the secret for me is healthy fat. So protein, why do we want protein? Protein is what builds healthy tissues and healthy cells in our body. And there are studies that show that when we have protein, it actually helps us feel more satisfied all day long, gives us more energy, and because we're more satisfied, we tend to eat less. So if you're trying to lose weight, protein's the one to go for. Second, and sources of protein would be things like eggs, cottage cheese, yogurt, nuts, meat if you like meat in the morning, things like that. The second thing is complex carbohydrates. We're all familiar with carbs. Carbs are what our bodies use to get energy really easily. Carbs convert to glucose, which turns into sugar really quickly in our body. The problem is most people are starting their day with this kind of carb. It's waffles or bagels or cereal. Things that are starchy carbs that convert to sugars really fast, give us a quick burst of energy, but then we plummet and the fuel's just gone. What we really need are complex carbohydrates. Did I say complex? This is simple. We need complex carbohydrates, and as the name implies, they are more complex in nature. And one of the things that makes them more complex is fiber. Fiber is really important for a lot of different things in our body, but one thing that fiber does is actually help to slow the absorption of those sugars into your system, so you get a longer lasting source of energy. You don't have the ups and downs, and it makes you feel more full and satisfied. So where do you get that? Complex carbs are in the form of whole grains, like whole grain cereals. Oatmeal is a great one. Whole grain breads, or something we don't usually think of as carbs, but fruits and vegetables. All of those have a lot of fiber. And then the third component of a healthy meal, and this is my secret, and I think we've really lost touch with this, is healthy fat. Fat is really important for building healthy cells in our body. It helps us feel satisfied after a meal, and again, like the fiber, it gives us a long-lasting source of energy. It's fuel that burns slow, so you've got energy to last the whole morning and the whole day if you fuel yourself like that. So healthy sources of fat are things like the fat that comes in nuts or seeds, olive oil, avocados, even the fat that comes in an egg, and of course my favorite fat is coconut oil. So how do we put all those things together and create healthy meals? So I'm going to show you 5 meals this morning that are kind of my grab and goes. My first one is a smoothie. Love, love, love smoothies. These are kind of the best way to start your day because you can pack a ton of stuff into a smoothie. And I've got an example here. This is something you can pack up the night before. I've got some berries in here, got my coconut oil, you can even sneak some veggies in here for those picky eaters. I call that stealth nutrition. And I also usually throw in some protein powder. You can throw in yogurt if you want. Whip that up and you've got a delicious smoothie that's going to last you, breakfast that's going to last you all morning long. This is my go-to in the summer because it's cold. In the winter, I like comfort food. So what I'm eating now is oatmeal. Love oatmeal. And that's also a grab and go. You can get these packets at the store, throw them in the microwave, but I would prefer to make my own. So you can just get regular oats, some nuts, and some berries or some dried fruit, throw it together in a little packet, and it is grab and go. High in fiber, bring it to the office, throw it in a bowl, add a cup of water, nuke it for 2 minutes, and voila, you've got an instant breakfast. Love that. The third one, and this is another one that I really like, is just a yogurt parfait. Super easy. Throw in some, I use full fat. This is where some of the fat comes in. Full fat Greek yogurt, really rich and satisfying. Some berries or fruit, fresh or frozen is great. And then you can top that off with some chopped nuts or even some chopped granola if you want. So there's another one, great one. Another one, the fourth one, grab and go. What's easier than this? A couple eggs and some fruit. Here's your protein, here's your complex carbs. There's some fat in there. Grab and go. No excuses. And then the last one, and this is kind of one of my little secrets, is just homemade trail mix. You can take raw nuts, here's some pecans and almonds, throw them in a baggie, add some dried fruit, pack that up, put it in lots of bags, and bring it with you wherever you go so you never have an excuse and you don't have to stop in the drive-thru because you don't have something to eat. So there it is, 5 super simple meals. And you can do this, you don't have to be stuck on these, kind of get creative, but just remember, protein, complex carbs, healthy fat. If you do this, you're going to start your day, I always say, if you make one good choice, it usually leads to another. So starting your day off, making choices like this, your body's going to reward you with tons of energy. So now you know you have no more excuses. Go make breakfast. I'm Teri, and I'll see you later.